How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. And it's a little bit of golden ale time in the form of Monday Night Brewing. It is their I'm on a Boat golden ale. I'm on a boat. Yeah, never had this before. I've had some stuff from Monday Night Brewing before. Why? Because they actually sent me some beer. Not this one, though. I've told the story in all the other Monday Night Brewing beer reviews, so I might as well tell it now. They're based out of Atlanta, Georgia. A fellow from Atlanta who has ties to a brewery in Panama ended up sending me some beers, and he also said, I want to pop off some Atlanta-based beers for you to try just so you can get an idea of what the city's all about beer-wise, and this is one of them. Literally the day he sends the package off, I get an email from Monday Night asking me if they could send me some of their beers to check out. So I was like, oh my god, what if I get the same one? Not would be a great problem to have. But they ended up sending me two kind of barrel-aged beers, which was pretty cool of them. But I'm kind of pumped to try something a little bit smaller, a little bit more tidier, a little bit more... I don't want to use the word basic, but I guess that would work. Because that's how you tell what a brewery is all about. I love barrel-aged stuff, and the stuff they sent me was quite nice. But, you want the best slice of pizza in the world. You try that plain slice. There's nothing wrong with your pepperoni or your sausage and onion and all that stuff, but you got to make a good plain slice of pizza in order for you to be a good pizzeria. Well, that you have to be from either New York or New Jersey. So, sorry everybody else in the world. But, yeah. Anyway, back to the beer. Let's dive into this sucker. As far as what it says on here, it says, I'm gonna vote Golden Ale, Monday Night Brewing, 4.8% alcohol by volume, and that's it. No story time. Buoyant, refreshingly smooth. It has a best buy date of August 31st, 2018. I assume that means this is February 31st. If that's the case, it's about a month old, so it's relatively fresh. Otherwise, it's okay. Ties with boats on them and says, I'm on a boat, Golden Ale. Not reinventing a wheel here. So yeah, let's give it a whirl. Like I said, the other two beers that I had from these guys were absolutely fantastic. Berliner Weiss was nice. A little bit sharp for me, a little bit too tart for me, but quite nice. And they sent me an Imperial Brown Ale that was barrel-aged with a whole bunch of stuff in it that was gaga good. So yeah, what do we have going on here? Nice haziness to it. Looks a bit more unfiltered, more like a Belgian Golden Ale than American Golden Ale. You got about a finger and a half infinite creaminess. You can sleep in that motherfucker. Uniform bubbles from bottom to top. Like I said, a soft golden kind of hazy glow to it. Yeah, looks quite nice actually. Let's see if we get a nose on her. There's a sweet... What is that? It's almost like a custard kind of sweetness to it. A little bit of that kind of vanilla custard banana sweetness. It's not like super like synthetic-y that way. It's more of a yeast-driven thing where you get this kind of creaminess from it, but it's not like in your face. It's more I'm kind of pulling out and trying to define that kind of sweetness, and that's what it comes off to me, like a kind of a vanilla kind of a custardy banana thing, but very, very gentle. Nice sweetness. There's not much bitterness to it. There's almost like a yeast kind of dryness to it on the nose. And that's pretty much it. It smells pretty nice. Smells very chuggable. Smells actually quite creamy. More like a cream ale had a baby with a Belgian Golden Ale. See what you taste like. It's kind of the vibes I'm getting in the taste. It has Belgian Golden Ale kind of written on it. The yeast has a little bit of that kind of vanilla banana estery thing, and that's where I'm getting that kind of creaminess from. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of wheat or kind of like a flaked oat kind of thing going on, adding to that haze, adding to that creaminess. And then, like I said, it has this kind of cream ale vibe to it. So you're getting this kind of mashup of a Belgian Golden with a cream ale at a 4.8%. It drinks pretty damn tasty. Super clean, super crisp, super refreshing. Yeah. I could drink like 37 of those and still want 37 more. Let's put it that way. Kind of a killer beer, especially its ABV. It's not trying to be anything crazy. You go into this, I've said this before ad nauseum, but you go into a lot of breweries' beers and they'll say like it's a Pilsner or a Kolsch, this, that, and the other thing. And it'll be an Americanized version of that, where it's kind of bastardized to the nth degree, but they still call it a Kolsch, even though it's like quadruple dry hopped with, twice the amount of grain bill, yada, yada, yada. This is more in the traditional sense. Sure, it has that cream ale vibe to it, so it's coming off a little bit kind of tweaked with, fucked with, but it still has this kind of small, light, drinkable kind of body and ABV to it, while at the same time kind of having a bit of kind of traditional roots. So it's kind of like just an American twist on kind of what I believe was kind of a Belgian golden ale base, and I think it's pretty damn tasty. So we're talking tinier beers, smaller beers, not super in-your-face beers, is one of the better golden ales that I've had as of late. It's definitely in the conversation. I couldn't tell you if it's up at number one or not. I don't drink them that much. When I do, again, they're not like, mind-numbingly kind of like impactful. Well, at the same time, it's super tasty. And if I ever went there, probably be the first beer I ordered when I went there. If they had something smaller, maybe that, but this would be a nice way to kick it off and kind of drink a couple beers and maybe kind of release, or whatever you want to call it, kind of go through the rest of the night by drinking a bunch of these. Value availability, no idea. Maybe somebody down in Atlanta way or at Monday night could actually clue us in as far as availability or price and all that stuff, and leave you with if you like what we like this. If you like Belgian golden ales, you like cream ales, you wish they had a baby, because that's essentially what you have going on here. Get this nice kind of slightly Belgian yeasty esteriness with a bit of kind of cream ale kind of vibiness. So if you like those, if you like wheat beers, if you like kind of smaller, kind of body-driven, yeast-driven, nothing too in-your-face kind of beer-wise, ale-wise, you'll definitely dig this, because it's pretty damn tasty stuff and super chuggable to boot. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there where stuff and things. If you want to check me out doing a social media, doing a whole bunch of stuff other than the Massive Beer stuff, type in Massive Beers into Google. If you want to see me doing the podcasting stuff, type in Beer Massive, MASSIF, into the Google, your favorite podcasting app, and see me doing brewer interviews and that whole ilk. And there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little golden ale right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.